Hello Reformers and welcome back to the last days and our elf playthrough. Now, yeah, there's a little bit of a thing here going on. We have Gothmog attempting to take Minas Tirith, or shall we say, to destroy it. And so we are going to join the battle. Now, there are only 187 enemies here, but I think many of the garrison from Minas Tirith is kind of not there. They seem very weakened for some reason, and I don't exactly know why that is. Most of the I think most of the allies that we're going to be seeing here are Stuart Denethor's forces, and I think they've been at it a while, shall we say. They've been at this particular siege for quite some time, but we did arrive here in the previous episode at the very end, and so we are going to just try and do our best to help out here at the best we can. I'm actually doing okay in terms of archery. I feel like my archery skill has gotten significantly better from previously in the series, and I don't know why that is. I guess just practice, you know, practice does tend to make people better at certain things, doesn't it? Yeah, and I am going to get very rusty indeed if... Whoa, okay. If I am not going to be doing it any further. Whoa, that fell Uruk of Mordor. Crazy. He just ran through our lines and just absolutely murdered everyone. That was pretty crazy, and kind of impressive. Kind of impressive, although they are pretty strong, aren't they? Oh, you're shooting me. I see how this is. I see how it is. Okay, I'm going to need to run away a little bit. Slay that fellow. Take that. And I'm actually going to place my people all the way back here, if at all possible. I really do not want my people running in there in melee and just getting themselves murdered. That would not be a good idea. So I'm going to try and see if I can maybe see where that troll is, or that Olagai, or whatever it is. Ah, there he is. Okay, I have 26 arrows remaining. That should be enough to... Oh no, I'm shooting the invisible wall right next to us here. That's not very good. Okay, there we go. Yeah, headshot. Very good. 151 damage. Wow, really pleased that we got that bow. Really, really pleased, because if we didn't have this bow, I think we would be having a significantly harder time. I don't think it would be impossible, not by any stretch, but I think most of our enemies might take maybe 2 shots. Maybe 2 shots to kill instead of just the one. So, yeah, we should be known as the one-shot elf, really. I mean, we are technically the one-shot elf right now, because literally what's going on here is every single thing we have, in terms of a sword or a bow or something, is always a one-hit kill. So we are the one-shot elf. Anyway, there you go. That is pretty easy. 187. And we did gain a couple of rank points there. Nothing too bad. We do have no space. As per usual. As per usual. Anyway. Let's have a look here. We do have a couple of people that have leveled up. I am generally tending not to go for any mounted archers. I don't know whether that's a mistake or not. Personally, I feel like it's okay, because that does generally tend to say that we are not really going to have a big problem when it comes to sieges and things, even though the mounted units would be very welcome in regards to field battles and things like that. Anyway, let's have a look. Pelagia is okay. It seems like everywhere else is okay. Ooh, that is actually under siege. Right, okay. I am gonna go there as soon as possible. It seems like Dale is being defeated quite a bit as well here. Mordor is now very strong. They were, by the way, just moments ago, they were unmatched. So this is kind of amazing. Do you think I'm gonna be able to make it in time to Forlong the Fat? Yes, I am. Okay, so I'm going to be helping out Forlong the Fat against a huge amount of different parties here. And, whoa, we are significantly outnumbered as well. So, we have 74 against the enemies, 100 and whatever. It doesn't really matter, but they outnumber us basically 2 to 1. And, well, this is a bad battlefield for us. This is very, very bad. I don't exactly know how we're going to do this. I hope that... I don't think they have any cavalry or anything like that. I mean, obviously, you know, Uruks, Orcs, and so on and so forth, they don't really have cavalry that much. I think Gundabad is much more known for having that, as well as, obviously, Dol Guldur as well, of course. And, oh, these guys do actually have... No, they have some. Oh. Yeah, they're from Canned. Oh, okay. Those guys are from Canned. Okay, so yes, anyway. Archers. And infantry will go over there. We actually have 1 cavalry, and I only have 2 infantry. Well, it's basically pointless for us to do anything with these guys then, but it's okay. It's alright, no problem. I'm just gonna stand here in the archery line and just pepper the enemy with as many arrows as my hands can use. Yes, let them fly towards our opponents. And wow, everything is going mighty nice. Did I just shoot one of my own people and his shield saved him basically? Oh, the bear is getting in on it. Look at that. He's like, you don't touch my picnic, that's for sure. Yeah, he's well on that. He is well on that. And whoa, okay, there's even more units? This is kind of weird. Is that all of their archers actually? I think all of those enemies over there are actually archers. That is kind of hilarious. How the enemy has basically been like, oh, just send in all the infantry first, don't give them any support whatsoever, and then send in the archers after that. Yes, well, they don't actually have a vassal here to, well, more adequately command them, shall we say, so it is obviously going to be kind of an easy thing for us. And, well, this is a foregone conclusion that I think this is definitely a victory. I mean, we're fighting mountain goblins. Really? Those guys, come on. Those guys are really nothing to worry about there whatsoever. They are coming in with one of the last waves. I think this is, yeah, this is basically the last wave that we have to deal with here. And how are our infantry doing so far? Actually, not even that good. Oh. Something happened. Nothing. I didn't shoot one of my own people. Not at all. Just ignore anything that happened. What was it now? 15 seconds ago, yes. Just wipe your memories from 15 seconds ago. We're all good. It's actually 20 seconds. 25 seconds now, probably. Anyway, nothing happened there. So, let's see if I can actually shoot any remaining enemies. Ah, there is actually 1 enemy remaining. I'd like to be able to snipe him, if at all possible. But it seems like he will escape, and he will manage to rout adequately enough. Yep, there we go. He actually did manage to escape. Interesting. Actually, did he? It doesn't say that he was routed. That is kind of weird. Oh, okay. Well, never mind. I don't really mind. Oh, it's actually 7 of them. 7 of them routed. Oh, okay. Well, good to know. Anyway, there you go. We have been promoted with Gondor, which is great. And yes, I'm sure my help was most welcome for Long the Fat. And yeah, there we go. My name is Beartildien, actually. Not elf person. Yes. And yeah, there we go. Okay, so he's pretty happy with us right there. And I'd like to... I think I'm going to take all of these guys, because we're going to put these units in a nearby garrison and hopefully just have them be a little bit useful. Personally, I don't really want to take any prisoners because I'd like to move as quickly as possible. And once again, I have no space. I don't really mind about leaving all this stuff, to be honest. I don't think it's really necessary. We do have quite a lot of money, you know, coming over from Lothlorien and everything, so it's not really a big deal. Otherwise, commanders are getting bolder. Siege requirements have been reduced. I am going to patrol with Forlong for the moment, and we're going to just basically just try and protect him. That's basically what we're going to try and do for the moment. He is traveling to Minas Tirith, so he will head in there, and then we don't have to worry about him. We can basically just leave him alone, and then he's going to be absolutely fine. Please don't charge after everyone that you see. He's a bit of an idiot, isn't he? He's a bit of an idiot. Okay, well, anyway, let's just sell the couple of things that we can here, I suppose. And yeah, there we go. That's fine. All right. So I did want to go into the barracks here because I have... Yes, there we go. I do have a couple of people that I would like to give you, and I think I just gave them some Rohan units. Does it matter? Kind of, maybe? Well, I don't really mind. Gondor really does need the assistance. I mean, come on, they really do. They certainly do. Okay, so we did get 312 there from that. I brought you some prisoners. I don't really care about them either, let's face it. I feel like we are doing pretty well enough that we don't really need to worry about that. It seems like I was unable to give these guys to Gondor, so it seems like they reject them or something, or maybe I just didn't see them in my army. Anyway, he's running around with 15 units. I really don't have the time. Oh no. Yes, I do not have the time to run after him constantly because Harad has decided, and he got himself defeated after I did all of that. Ah, he is an imbecile, isn't he? It should be Forlong the idiot by the looks of things. Not the fat. Oh well, never mind. Okay, so let me see if I can actually make it here in time before Calimbel is destroyed. Yes? Yes, actually things are going quite well by the looks of things. Yes, it seems like Prince Imrahil has turned up and he's actually starting to do some defense. Very good indeed. And he's actually eliminating many of the enemy. Wait a minute, why are you leaving? Get in there. Oh, what is he doing right now? I have no idea. There we go. He's finally gone into the garrison and he's finally helping out by reinforcing them. I can't believe what I was seeing right there. He was literally running after the vassal that I was in pursuit of, and he was like, oh, I don't need to worry about the garrison at all, especially considering they're outnumbered, and now they're obviously not outnumbered any further, thanks to his assistance, but really, no wonder Gondor is losing with that kind of tactical decision-making. And I mean, my tactical decision-making is surely not the best, but it's much better than just leaving a foregone conclusion loss and a defeat and, you know, going over and doing some random stuff. I guess I do random stuff quite a bit, but certainly not that. Certainly not that. Anyway, we do have a couple of problems here, because these guys do tend to use shields, and my people are having some problems with running... yes. Yeah, archer formations, everyone. Archer formations. Okay, this is going to be a bit of a problem, so I'm going to have to get in here myself. I really don't want my archers to be in melee range for any longer than they have to. That is a certainty of death for many of them. As you no doubt maybe saw, one of our master archers was eliminated by such a small army. That's really not very good. I'm not going to be taking anything for the moment because I like to move as quickly as possible, and yes, there we go. It seems like they were all eliminated. Okay, that's great. So Calimbel is still extremely weak, and I can only hope that Prince Imrahil is going to stand here and actually do a little bit of something. And yeah, I actually thought that Pelagia was under siege as well. I think it was, but I think they left, which is good. Certainly good for us. Okay. Did anyone go in this direction? Yes. Some Gondor foragers. He's really picking on some Gondor foragers now? This person's evil knows no limits. Really. And speaking of evil, Gothmog. Yes, Gothmog has decided, once again, to go after Minas Tirith. I don't exactly know how often he's going to do this, personally, because every single time we defeat him, they lose a huge amount of faction strength, and I gotta say, I'm really pleased about that. I am certainly pleased about that. No doubts about that, but it's a bit questionable that he's like, yes, we must siege Minas Tirith all the time, and, well, in turn, make their faction extremely weak. Don't exactly know what's going on there. Anyway, let's see if I can get some long-range sniper kills here. I don't think that's going to happen, personally. Although, maybe it will. I mean, I've seen an example of Harad's units, and they do seem to have some pretty sturdy shields. So it is going to be kind of difficult for us to get any arrows past them. And I have charged everyone in, by the way. I charged absolutely everyone in here just because I want to get everyone into range, and then we're just going to tell our archers to hold position. And I think we can let everyone else basically just charge in, because most of our units will be archers, and they will really very easily be able to support anyone that they need to. And I'm going to just try and eliminate some of these infantry so that they don't necessarily get to our archers before they are mercilessly killed. And there we go. We actually got a couple of kills right there as well, which is quite nice. And yeah, that's it, I think. Yeah, we've actually scattered them. Can you believe it? They're running away from a handful of... well, I guess I would run away from a handful of elves as well if they were wanting to kill me with their weapon of choice. Because their weapon of choice is certainly a bow. And, well, there you go. I think that's indeed... once more, another victory, and we have temporarily stopped the Haradrim from doing anything, basically. So hopefully they will take some time to restore themselves. we're gaining some decent enough rank points, actually, from getting, you know, getting these guys dead, and being able to take some prisoners as well. I'm going to take these guys just because this is the last of the vassals, and I don't really need to be too fast. Or too furious. Yes, I had to make that reference. I mean, come on. How could I not? Okay, so Calimbel is being left by... Oh, okay, so he's actually patrolling around there. That's actually pretty good. Okay, that's fine. So I don't really need to worry about that. So we do need to now head back to Minas Tirith, and then maybe what I can do once we have sufficiently... Oh no. Once we have sufficiently weakened Mordor, just as they rally, and just as King Theoden is defeated once again... Oh... Yeah, I don't know what it is, but it feels like the men, you know, the men of Middle-earth really do not want to win this. They are just like, yes, let me get defeated, let me make poor decisions, and so on and so forth, but, well, I guess they are men, you know, they are men, that's just how it is, you know. Anyway, we're going to level up a couple of people here, and, yeah, I think that's pretty good. There we go, nice. Alright, that is fantastic. Okay, so we do have a couple of Rohan Lancers and things like that. Nothing really that I want to take advantage of, but anyway, let's just wait here. And we will use our superior elven ways to hopefully save the foolish men from themselves, I guess. Anyway, fantastic! We're finally seeing some action from King Thranduil here. He is starting to basically eliminate some factions up in the north without my assistance. That's very good. Very pleased to see that. Okay, so what's going on here? That's what's going on here. I see. Okay, well, how many people do we have from the Rohan caravan actually in here? Because we have 70 allies on the battlefield. Does that mean that we have a huge amount? Because we have a battle advantage of 0? Whoa, okay. It did not actually count the the amount appropriately on the pre-battle screen, so obviously it just shows my own units instead of the most accurate amount. So that is kind of amazing to have a battle advantage of 0 up against so many vassals. So I'm not entirely sure how well this is going to go, but we're going to do our best. I don't exactly know. Should I aim a bit more downwards? It seems like I'm not hitting anything. A bit weird. Not sure what's going on with that. Do I need to aim upwards more? Surely not. That is very weird. Okay, there we go. We're starting to get a couple of kills now. Maybe they just weren't in range or something. I have no idea. No, it seems like maybe I was just aiming incorrectly. Something weird's going on there as well. These archers are acting kind of strangely. Yes, they're dying. I guess that's the strange thing about it. Well, or maybe not so strange. Yeah, well, never mind. Okay, so it seems like we can now move our archers a little bit back here. We can tell our infantry to charge in, or at the very least, we can put our infantry at the front here, because our archers really do not want to be at the front. I mean, come on. They really do not. And let's do a little bit of damage here. Oh yeah, they're running in with no shields. That's fantastic. Okay, we gotta eliminate these Uruks. They are gonna be very, very damaging indeed if we do not take care of them fast. Come on now. Yep, there we go. Okay, so how many cavalry do we actually have? Because we have Rohan here. Apparently a Rohan caravan was caught in this battle as well. Which is, I suppose good news? Is it? Is it good news? Is it good news, everyone? I don't know. Probably not. At the moment, though, I feel like going and using my sword is maybe a little bit more effective in terms of damage per second than using my bow, because most of these people do tend to have shields, and while it does put me in much more jeopardy than using a bow would, obviously, because we're so far away from the action, it is going to result in many more kills. And maybe that will be a little bit more secure for us. Ah, Captain Mortak. He's the fellow that actually decided to attack us here. So eliminating him is going to be really good for reducing the enemy's morale. And speaking of morale, let's try and kill this Oligai before it takes another swing. Is it dead yet? No. I killed a friendly troop, as is always the case. I'm very good at that. That is my specialty. And yeah, anyway, let's get our elves to come up a little bit here and stand on this road, I guess. It is a road. Very straight, isn't it? Very straight road. They did a good job building this. And otherwise, how are we doing so far? Well, my own forces have lost literally 0. Wow. That is actually kind of impressive, if I do say so myself. Let's pat myself on the back for how powerful my units are. Yes, for how powerful my own units are. I didn't do anything. They're just powerful enough, and I don't really need to worry about them too much. I'm finding that if I go around and make a brief, like, semi-circle, basically, around the units, around the enemy units, should I say, and basically go from the left or the right and you know, go in a semicircle around them, it does tend to make things much, much easier and a little bit more secure for me as well, because obviously then I don't get carried away in going into the enemy's lines and basically making it impossible for us to escape and or maybe, you know, take insane amounts of damage. That could also be a thing. Oh wow, they're all dead? Okay, that was pretty quick. Very nice indeed. We are losing a couple of people. Oh, Dimbiorn got himself taken out. Well, I mean, I think he did a pretty good job up until that point, so I don't think I really have anything to worry about there. Otherwise, I think this is actually it. I don't exactly know how many enemy units they have available here. I don't exactly know how many they are willing to throw into the battle, but personally, what I'd like to do is retreat from this. But I kind of don't want to for many different reasons, I guess. And that is mainly because I would like to be able to see whether we're actually able to achieve a victory here, but I feel like we're probably not going to be able to, because we are out of arrows. We are certainly out of arrows. We're not out of office, we're out of arrows. So that is going to be... I think, you know what? Let's go. Let's just retreat. I'm going to try and get away from the enemy units, which is the hardest part of this, and we are going to retreat. It's kind of a bit annoying that we lose morale there, personally, because we have just killed so many units, but oh well, it's only 3 morale. It's really not a big deal. Anyway, there's the updated numbers. We have 161 against the enemy's 199. I still have no idea why we would gain such a good battle advantage, but maybe... Do I have good tactics skill? I don't think I have good tactics skill, but we have a battle advantage of 2 now, so that's even better. Crazy. Ooh, okay, I just took a very, very big hit from the enemies here. I'm gonna have to tell my infantry to charge in straight away, tell my archers to pull back a little bit, because as you can see, the enemy is taking a much more offensive stance this time around, because beforehand, they basically just charged in their cavalry, and it was very minimal damage that they were able to deal. But this time around, they're actually sending in all of their infantry at the same time, and as a result, they are able to swarm our archery line very quickly indeed, without us being able to adapt to that. And I was attempting to shoot them quite a bit, but they did send in, as I said, they also sent in their cavalry as well as their infantry, and their cavalry did act as a pretty decent distraction, so we were kind of caught off guard a little bit too much there. So yes, that is going to be a bit of a problem going forward if we allow them to pull off that same tactic every single time. But thankfully I have a lot of a lot of allies to you know, tackle valiantly the many enemy units coming in here, and our wonderful archers can take care of them, hopefully, from a distance. And I say from a distance, as I go wading in there with a huge two-handed sword, doing massive amounts of damage, and taking a lot of damage as well. But amusingly enough, I actually took the damage from a headshot, I believe. Yes, took a damage from a headshot from an archer of some kind. I don't exactly know which one, but I do know that he is now dead, so I'm pretty happy with that. As long as the guy is dead, that's all that matters. Revenge has been sated and so on. But yeah, hopefully I won't take any more damage, and amusingly enough, me saying that and then getting murdered in the face is bound to happen in a very short space of time. Whoa, that was some nice damage from one of our archers there. Yeah, little bit of extra damage. Is he gonna shoot? No. He actually switched to his melee. That was a mistake. If he had shot that, I think he probably would have killed me right there, so... I'm trying to kill these wargs as well, because the wargs are obviously going to be attacking us quite a lot, and we need to make sure that that does not happen. So let me see if I can do a little bit of damage here. There we go. Alright, so I think that's actually it. Yep, that is actually it. Only 14 enemies remain, and most of them are archers. I wouldn't be surprised if I get myself eliminated at this point. Let's face it, that's usually what happens. I'm actually wondering, does the bear do any damage? It doesn't seem to do any damage. Maybe it's like a warg, where it might not do a huge amount, but it might be a huge disruption in the enemy's lines. And I'm pretty happy with that, to be honest, because wargs are very impressive indeed. Okay, so, yes, once again, we lost literally no one, with the exception of a couple of incapacitations right there, but we eliminated 199 of the enemy, and we gained 80 rank points from that battle. That is pretty fantastic. We also gained rank to 3, so that's nice. Otherwise, I'm just going to take another good quality metal scraps right there. Okay, so there you go. So that was, once again, Gothmog's forces. And I'm actually wondering, do you think I'm going to be able to see the faction strength dwindle and have them be potentially even lower than they were beforehand? I think that would be pretty cool. Let's have a quick look and see. They were almost down, but yeah, I feel like Mordor has so many different patrols and everything that it makes things very easy for them to gain faction strength and stuff like that. Oh, there's Prince Imrahil. He's right there. And it doesn't seem like anywhere else is under siege. At least at the moment. So what I would like to do is I'd like to go, well, shall we say, I'd like to go vassal hunting. I'd like to go vassal hunting as much as I can, but obviously that is a bit difficult considering I have Rohan units. And, well, suffice it to say, they are going to occupy rather useful slots in the battle itself. And I don't really want, no offense, don't really want to have Rohan units in there taking up a valuable slot from like a master archer or something along those lines. Anyway, I'm just going to be selling my prisoners here. Who knows when I may take some Gondor units. It's highly unlikely, but I'd like to try and keep myself as quick as I can on the world map, because, well, then situations like getting intercepted might not happen as much. Alright, so let's see what's happening here. Huge amounts of patrols running away from me. There is Skang's host. I'm actually wondering, I won't be able to do this. I won't be able to besiege anything because I am currently too low rank, I think? Maybe, you know what? Maybe I can speak to... Shall I just go and speak to the steward here? And we get to take a look at another wonderful piece of scenery. I mean, really, look at how crazy that is. That is really... very, very impressive. Oh, hello there. We have a halfling right here. Is that a coincidence? I don't know. But yes, anyway. This is, wow, that's actually a really accurate model. I gotta say, that's actually really accurate what they've done here with Stuart Denethor. It looks very accurate. Anyway, let's have a look. And we will... yeah, special item? No, he's not... I actually do have space. Yeah, I think I do have space. Okay, so apparently that's it. Do you have anything for me? Capturing live prisoners. Okay. Find me 10 enemy prisoners that I may question them. You know what? Okay, I'll do it, just because it might give them a little bit of faction strength for us to do that. And we do have Harad very close by, and they are probably prime candidates for getting themselves taken prisoner. So I think we're probably going to head over to Harad territory and see exactly if there are any vassals in the area. And if not, then we might just want to settle for a couple of patrols or something like that. But I think for the moment, we will probably be okay to maybe catch a couple of vassals. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them right here. We need to be pretty careful about traveling through. That was very risky of me, because the chief himself literally could have come out and been like, hello there, I have 250 units. And what are you going to do about it? Because they actually do have some pretty awesome shields. So it might be a bit difficult for us to deal with, but we're going to find that out in the next episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.